Hello and welcome to the Bigboomriver channel. I'm your host and a professional poker player. I'm going to show you today how to beat 50NL Zoom on PokerStars. For that we're playing two tables. Try to explain my decision making in every significant spot. When you have any questions, just drop a comment and I'm going to reply as soon as possible. So here down right we have a little replayer and we do what we always do. We start marking the recreational players, so all broken stacks. It has a pretty high chance, or like everybody who's not playing a full stack, there's a good chance that he's a recreational player. Against a fish, whenever I can, I use the range c-bet 1/3, just because they won't find enough raises. Especially this guy is just raising to flop c-bet like 2 of 36 times. That's like pretty tight. So of course all tendencies low sample size. So yeah, we try to punish that. Here against the back check, don't think we get 2 streets of value, so we check again. And now we have a pretty clear value bet against pocket nines, maybe some ace 8. I think 1/3 is the size. Hope of course not to get raised. Also don't see myself folding. Pretty interesting, but I was expecting that there's a bunch of shit, but of course I never like river race. With the fish in the big blind, 8s here perform very well as a flat. For 3-betting there against the early positions we are too tight, so I'm just flatting it pure. And I guess we can get away with a 1 big blind block bet. Very, very thin. Try to get a hero from ace king. Also a little bit too loose. I think bottom range here should be like 8-6 suited, but I guess on 50NL it's going to be alright. On this spot I am c-betting one time 50%, and after that I am done with the hand. Pretty sure that that's a play. Don't want to range bet on this dynamic board against the in position flatter, and versus the back check we have 2 pretty clear value bets, and I think 75% is my sizing. River now is interesting. Don't think we can bet 75%, but there's still some value. Would expect him to stab most of his flush draws. So yeah, block betting is the play. Very interesting that he doesn't even consider. Wait, here should we check again. Maybe I could have stepped already. Block betting this. Very interesting. He was snap calling the river 10% block, so he was not even consider raising against my block. That's definitely too tight. But that's a tendency on that stakes. So as soon as the flush or front door flush completes, people get crazy tight and action freezes. So that forces us a little bit to fast play our value to get money in before flushes or like draws complete. That could kill our action and allows us to over bluff on flush connect. especially on 4 card flushes. Yeah, not much reason here to bet. We could deny some equity, but would expect him to c-bet in quite a high frequency. And I think on this river, he would have bet most of his jack X already. So I think we can turn our hand into a bluff. Not loving it, but I think it will perform fine. Little street poker. Pretty sure GTO doesn't like it so much. But yeah, whatever. When people show so much weakness or show that they are not interested into the pot, yeah, bluffing most of the time here is the play. So there is a fast play tendency in the pool. People don't like to trap. In general, of course, there are guys that are very trappy. But if you see that, I'm just marking them and yeah, go against the rest of the pool with my general approaches. Pool looks pretty tough actually. Pretty low fish ratio today. Against the limp, we have a pretty easy continue here with the backdoor flush draw. Don't think I want to raise because we don't have the strong hands really in our range. And yeah, not 100% sure what his button limping range looks like. So yeah, he's very likely a fish. So on this turn we just give it up. So try to avoid those guessing spots and bring yourself unnecessary in some kind of bluff catching spot. Here we are going to c-bet because we have pretty nice backdoors, backdoor flush draw, backdoor straight draw, sizing 50%. don't want to range bet, definitely having back checks here. Against the fish, we are going to ISO. Definitely not a full frequency 3-bet, but I think against recreational players it performs quite well. On the A7 deuce, we have a very clear range bet. Overperforms, they won't find the necessary check raises there. Calling this one pure. In GTO land, we have a very polarized 3-betting strategy, and I'm pretty sure the solver is mixing this one. But yeah, I simplified my game tree there a little bit, so not using this combination for that yeah, even a little bit more polarized parts pure. Checking one more time and value betting river. Hope for some delayed c-bet bluff. Yes, the queen is pretty nice because he improves with his, yeah, ace queen there. I think that's one of the most likely combinations he has. And I think we value bet just against this. Fold against the raise. Snap fold is interesting. Well, yeah, we marked him as a nit, so it is what it is. We gave him every chance to bluff, but he didn't want it to. Maybe we should have stepped against the nit already on the turn, if we don't expect him to bluff. With the gut shot, I think betting is a play. Don't have showdown value, so think I'm going to bet this one pure. Without a spade, I guess this is a give up, because there are not many rivers on that we can continue betting. We need to be very careful here not to overbluff. Like, there are many hands that, yeah, could c-bet the flop and yeah, need to give up then at some point. And I think the give up of this hand is pretty important. Like, not saying it's horrible to bluff there, but we need to make sure that our value bluffing range, or like the value to the bluffing ratio, is somehow alright. And there in this situation it's very easy to overbluff, and I don't think we want to do this on that board, because our opponent also has a couple of strong hands, and blind versus blind, especially Rex, don't like folding top pair, and he has quite a bunch of them. Reggy looking guy, but I think this board is good enough for us to range bet. Not 100% sure actually, because he can defend the 9-6 suited, king 6 suited, king 9 suited, and we are not open raising king 6 suited, so he has quite a little advantage, but yeah, cannot be too bad. 3-betting the ace queen here from the big blind. Now we're targeting his 9x region and his gut shots. Having two sizings here on the turn, like one is the 50% and one is the overbet. And in the overbet sizing, we have like some bluffs and the more nutted part. And in the 50% sizing, we see bet our middling strong hands. Not the best board. Need to have definitely a checking range here. And yeah, we don't have much backdoor action or backdoor equity, so we be very careful. Same logic on the turn. The imposition player has definitely more flushes than we do, so we are going to check a lot on this turn and don't see much value and don't see much reason to bluff, so we are checking. I'm very, very happy to take that one down. See what he checked back. He had a 9, check back the turn, very reasonable. Didn't like the flush connect. I guess in his shoes I would have started bluffing the river. I really like to over bluff actually on this 4-card flush boards because most players overfold, but the pool is under bluffing on this kind of boards, as we expected. So yeah, happy to take the pot down. There's our first set of the session. This guy has a really interesting style. Plays very aggressive, but is not playing a full stack. Think I want to give him some rope. Main play here is definitely to check raise the flop. Turn is pretty good. He improves to many potential 2 pairs, but his sizing doesn't really look like directional in sizing, and that's what we want to have. So I think I'm going to check raise here and try to put some money in myself. Yeah, I think against the overbet here, I'm letting it go. Need some more information on this guy to start hero calling. In general, people don't find enough bluffs with the overbets. Having the backdoor flush, nut flush blocker, also not optimal because that is, I guess, a big part of his bluffing range in case the bluffing range is existing. So don't mind overfolding there against an unknown player, but definitely taking a note and yeah, see if he has an aggressive overbetting strategy. Here we just check back, have some showdown value. Hope to check that one down. Don't think we can bluff catch the river. Yeah, without a heart, I think this is a pretty easy fold. And I'm going to wrap up this session here. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Like I said, any questions, drop a comment. And yeah, don't forget to Don't forget to like the session and yeah, subscribe to my channel, support the project, and yeah, have a nice day and see you in the next video. Goodbye.